Hey, welcome back, everybody, and then welcome to all the new play or new viewers that are joining. If you're new and you're joining me just for this episode, basically what this whole series is a free-to-play walkthrough for everybody. From a little different point of view than what most free-to-play new player guides show. Most of them show you with the Paladin. I'm doing it with a Fighter Vanguard. Just to kind of give you a little different variety and to show you it can be done with other things as well if you're not really feeling a Paladin. But usually Paladins tend to be what everybody likes. But this kind of just throws up some flavor for you. Today is probably going to be a somewhat shorter episode because the next quest that we're going to be going through is a relatively short quest. Let's go ahead and get started here. So we did pick up some items from the last quest, so we're going to go ahead and sell those. When I come to sell, I always kind of take a quick overview of what I'm selling to make sure if it's something I want to get rid of and it's not something I want to hold on to. So we're going to go ahead and just click sell our gems because you can always just do that. And we don't use maces, so we're going to get rid of that. We don't use scepters, we get rid of that. These battered helms that we picked up, we're going to go ahead and get rid of those. Cloak of the Faith, gone. This cloak's gone. The Featherfall cloak... Excuse me, my throat is a little hoarse this morning. The Featherfall cloak, if you don't have a Featherfall item, which we already do, so I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. But if you don't have one, go ahead and keep it and equip it and slot it into your hotbar. We're going to sell the winter boots because they're pretty much useless. We're going to sell that. Our arrows. And potions. I usually hold on to my potions because you never know. Potions are like those things where they're always nice to have because you never know when you're really going to need them. And it seems like anytime you need it, you don't have the one you need. So I always kind of hold on to a lot of them. And you're going to hold on to your Dragon Shard fragments because those can be used for different things. We may or may not go over that later on, just depending on if we run into a time when we need them. And your essences, you might as well hold on to those too, because those are used for crafting material. So it looks like that's everything we're going to go ahead and sell. Sorry, I had to take a drink there. Like I said, my throat's a little dry and hoarse this morning. It's wintertime. Furnace is running now, so air's a lot drier inside. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start on our way here. Oh, I was going to go over something real quick before we get on the quest today. Since it's a shorter day, I'm going to cover a couple things real quick. So right now, if you're watching this within the next few days of the air date or from the upload, air date, like it's old. You can tell my age with that. If you're watching this within the next couple days of me uploading, DDO is giving away a free code right now. I'm not going to input it just for future viewers that might be watching, but I just want to show all the current viewers the code and how to enter codes. So go ahead and open up your DDO store. And the DDO store is a little buggy. Sometimes it doesn't like to load properly when it's supposed to. There we go. That just took a while. Okay, so down here at the bottom left where it says redeem a code, you're going to enter this code. Gather your party 2025, and then you'll push enter. When you push enter, what'll happen is you'll get a giant drop-down screen that you can scroll through, and what that'll do is it'll unlock pretty much all the non-expansion dungeons. So every once in a while, DDO will release a quest of dungeons, a dungeon chain of usually 3 quests, and then a final one. So it'd be a total of 4. They do that. Usually they'll release one in between expansions just to kind of give people a little bit of new content while they're waiting for the expansions to come out. So it'll give you all that for free, which is usually what you would need for usually to get that stuff, you'd have to have VIP. Why they just don't give it away and keep it away? Because they give these codes away all the time. I don't know. That's for the number crunchers at Standing Stone Games to figure out. But in my opinion, it'd be better for the community and especially for new incoming players just to unlock it for everybody. I mean, they give these codes away at least once a year, sometimes multiple times a year. So it's always nice to have. It's always good to get it. Keep an eye out for it. And then also with this code, it'll give you a lot of favor, and it'll unlock I think it unlocks at least 1 race. I know it unlocks the Warforged, and it unlocks 2 classes. It was an Artificer and I can't remember what the other class is off the top of my head. But when you unlock it at the bottom of the drop-down box, it'll tell you the race and the class that you unlocked. But like I said, I am not going to use it on this account because I want to keep this as a free-to-play account for players that may be watching in the future that don't have access to that code or one at that time. There's also the Halloween event that is going on. It ends November 4th. It's always around in October time. And basically, anybody can do it. You can go there. You do the Night Reveals Festival. You earn keys. You get little collectibles, or it'd technically be ingredients because they go into your ingredients bag when you get it. And you can unlock cosmetics. You can use it to get mounts. They have some really cool augments like Ghost Touch or Ghost Bane items, which give you Ghost Touch, Vampire Bane, just all kinds of just neat little goodies that are always nice to have. I do at least every year if there's a cosmetic that I really like this year I've been doing it for one of the mounts and one of the armor cosmetic sets on my main account. And they really don't take a whole lot of time to do. For the mount, which I believe is the mount that I want, which is the Purple Steed, that takes the most ingredients for all of them, and I think it only took me 5 hours total of grinding, because you have to do the grinding for the keys, and then you have to go back and use those keys to enter specific area dungeons or quests that give you other ingredients. That those ingredients are actually what you use to turn into a collector item. So it's just something, a fun little flavor stuff they add for seasonal for DDO. The Night Reveals is my favorite one. One that they also do every once in a while is the Mimic event, which a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. I'm a masochist, who knows, but but I just wanted to throw it out there for you guys. You have a few more days. You can definitely head to the main island, the main area, and you'll get a little notification that pops up that says go to House J, Drosko, and start the Night Reveal. But let's go ahead and get this quest going, this dungeon. We're just going to head out here back to the Korthos Island explorable region, enter it, and then we're just going to run her run ourselves down there. And anytime they do their events where you can get a free mount, it's definitely worth doing because it makes these explorable zones so much faster. And like I said, I just gonna go ahead and kill a lot of the stragglers on the way. And I turned too soon. And if you want to explore the Korthos Island, there's the Korthos Island explorable area. Feel free, have fun with it. There's a bunch of things you can do. There's rare encounters you can find, and the rare encounters drop chests. So if you don't have a Featherfall item, you can always use your Featherfall clicky and drop down here. Actually, I might have dropped too soon, so ignore that. And this is why it's always nice to why I'm doing this unedited, because I want to, if I make a mistake, I want you guys to be able to see that. So if you make a mistake, it kind of gives you a better idea how to move along and move past it. And I actually came to the wrong one. This is not the one I wanted to go to. But since we're here, we'll just go ahead and do this one. There's no specific order you have to do them in. You can do them in a specific order if you want for the storyline. So we're going to go ahead and do sacrifices, I guess. All right. Go ahead and use your boots. Like I said, I do breakables just for that quick little XP bonus. I don't usually go out of my way to do breakables, but you just kind of hit them on your way through. So there's a couple optionals in here. I'll do one of them, kind of show you the one I usually do, because it's kind of on the way. And yes, optionals are optional. DDO doesn't give a huge incentive to do optionals. The experience isn't the greatest, but it kind of I always find it nice to do optionals every once in a while because it gives you a little bit of it breaks up the monotony. Once you start TRing and doing the quests 100 times, they start to get a little kind of maybe stale a little bit, but yeah, it just breaks up the monotony of it. So the one I'm going to show you is this one where you free all the slaves or prisoners, whatever they are. The other one is it's a little puzzle down here in the water for an optional chest. You're not really going to get anything. You could get every chest has a chance to drop some good items, but usually that chance isn't worth all the headache that you have to do to get that optional chest. So but this one is an optional. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So you just kind of do your little jumping puzzle here. And a skeleton's going to pop up, a skeleton wizard. We'll just go ahead and take him out. Get her a couple breakables. And open up our optional chest. So right here, we got a Swift Bastard Sword of Deadly, which could be, it's only level 1, so, but we'll go ahead and take everything. Since we're on a new account, a new player, we're usually good idea to take everything because you can always sell it. This is an optional as well. If you have a high enough strength, you can do it. And it is just a rest shrine. Usually that door won't open. So if you need a rest shrine and you want to redo your clickies, you can come in here. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. If you have a high enough strength, you can open up that door. If you don't, it's one of those things. It's how DDO tries to keep it to where having a party of different style of players, people with different strengths is a nice thing to have. Not needed, but definitely nice. So go ahead and use our boots again. And there's a trap here, like you've seen that. I should have said that before we got here. I'm just so used to running these so fast. So there is a trap. Usually if you run over here and you inch your way close, it'll pop up and you can see it, and you can just run between the spikes there. And there's 2 locations you can find to finish this one up, to find and rescue Orisa. So the first location is going to be up here. And there's also going to be some villagers to rescue. So we're going to go ahead and flip the switch here. I'll just hit that potion of jumping. Definitely grab that. We'll go ahead and rescue you. Rescue you. Rescue you. And rescue you. And rescue you. See, it was only 49 XP. Not really a big deal. It's definitely not going to make a big difference in how fast you level. But like I said, it breaks up the monotony a little bit. So that means Orisa is going to be down here. So we'll go ahead and he ran away from my shield bash. Go ahead and rescue her, and the quest is done. And we got some free DDO points. Goggles, a spell penetration. Not really good for us, but the Seeker +1 is definitely useful. So let's go ahead and actually equip those. So we're going to go ahead and finish out. We're going to do a double recall, which means recall out of here and then recall back to the village. We're going to get the quest again, and then we'll head back out. All right. We can run up here and turn in. And we're going to be turning into Vigistore here. And he walks around here in a circle. So, but he'll always be in this town center, I guess you can call it. Anger Step was the one I was talking about earlier. So if you do not receive Expeditious Boots when you're doing this Sahuagin dungeon, don't worry about it, because when you finish this quest and you turn in, you get Anger's Steps, which is actually a better version of it, because as you can see, you get 2 charges per rest as opposed to just the 1, plus you get a +3 jump. So that's what I always recommend taking. So we're going to go ahead and take those and equip those. And how much do we have? 40 minutes. So we have 40 minutes left on that timer. So we probably have enough to finish. And do not forget to repeat. Because if you don't grab it, you're going to have to run all the way back. And then we're just going to head back. How are you still alive? And you can see we're at 81 out of 100 on the Slayers already, so they do add up after a while. And it saves your progress, so when you leave the explorable region, it doesn't like reset where you're going to be back at 0 out of 100 or something. So this is actually the dungeon I was going to do originally, but because I screwed up and got turned around, that'll be next episode. So we're just going to bypass that. And just go ahead and kill these guys. Like I said, you don't have to kill them. You can just run right on by them if you want, but sometimes they do get annoying because they follow you for a while and they can just be tapping you all on your entire run wherever you're trying to get to, and just be an overall pain in the butt. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to hard. And then, oh, I forgot to, and then make sure you switch it out. So I'm gonna click on it, drag it down, and replace the boots that are on my hotbar. Kill all of our spiders here. If you have a spider phobia, it might be a little satisfying to kill them all. And then once again, I'll just kind of go over my last run. I probably won't do it, but I'll just kind of go over it again for you. So you hit that lever, come over here, hit this lever. And then sometimes you'll get a spawn in here, which will drop an optional chest, but it's not a given, obviously. And then we'll jump over here. We'll get these guys. And then we're going to head and jump. Jump. And like I said, you can definitely skip that. By all means, go ahead and skip it. I just like doing it because it breaks up the monotony of doing this quest 1,000 times. And then we'll go ahead and jump over here. Jump. Jump. And go ahead and take him out. See if we get anything good this time. Yeah, we got some gems, potion, scroll. Holy longbow of tendon slice. Not too bad. It's always good to, even if you're a melee character, it's always good to have some type of ranged item as well. So we might hold on to that bow. Because there are levers and things that you're going to need to hit with ranged items later on. So you'll have to shoot it or throw an axe or a dagger or a shuriken or something to hit the switches. So like I said, there's a trap here. And see if you come around and hug this wall, the trap will pop and you can see it so you don't get hit. And go ahead and break our breakables here. And you can see on the little harder difficulty here, we did get, there's a couple, at least one extra enemy there. Go ahead and free these guys. And you can just hear that noise. That means we got the next level of... Let's see, harder difficulty. We got a little bit more. We got 54 that time. Did I miss Arissa? I must have. Dwarven axe, always a nice thing if you're a dwarf. Let's go ahead and run back up here. I must have missed her. She's laying down, so if you're not paying attention, like apparently I wasn't, you'll miss her. Okay. Something weird is going on because there's only 2 locations, unless they changed it and added another one. Because she can spawn here and she's laying down. Or she'll spawn where we saw her last time. Is it bugged? I guess we're running back real quick. Can't think of another location I've ever seen her in. I mean, just that's really weird. Unless it bugged out on me. Which would actually be a first. And where the heck are these guys coming from? Let me check back these cells. That is really weird. If for whatever reason it just kind of was being weird and didn't want to spawn her, I guess we will have to reset it. So if she's not here this time, I'm going to go ahead and exit out and reset. So I'll show you how to reset a dungeon as well. I have never seen that. No. Oh, my Lord. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you have to kill a certain number of enemies to get her to spawn, and I just didn't hit that threshold for whatever reason. Because there were a lot of enemies when I ran back. That's really weird. I have never had that happen in the almost 15 years I've been playing the game. But that's why I want to do this kind of uncut, unfiltered version. So you can see when things don't go as planned. I mean, you can kind of grab anything you want here. If you see something that works good for you, that's arcane. None of these devoted. No. Yeah, see, there's really going to be not too much. If we were doing intimidate, this would be good. Nimble. Yeah, because there's just... Maybe we can take these. The nimble grasp, because it gives us 5% bonus to run speed. And what we're wearing, the 6% tendon slice is kind of meh. I'd rather have the movement speed. And once again, I almost forgot to do it. I'll go ahead and repeat. All right, we'll go ahead and do it one more time here, and then hopefully we don't run into any issues. And go ahead and do what we normally do, just massacre everybody on our way there. And I just want to reiterate, if you do enjoy the game, and say you get into this stage of the game, couple levels in, you really enjoy it, I would definitely highly recommend trying to find a guild. There's a lot of guilds out there. I bet you if I open up my socials menu right now, there's going to be a guild advertising for new membership. I was wrong. There isn't one at the moment, but there usually is. The one time it's not up there, makes me look like a liar. But what'll happen is you can open up you can push O. It'll bring up the social menu. There's a little button here that says show groups I am not eligible for. So if you unclick that, it'll give you everybody who's got a party finder invite open, and it'll list, their what quests they're on, their level, the level of the quest, and what they're looking for. And then usually what'll happen is a lot of guilds will post something up here. It'll say join. I think the one I saw all last night was Tycoons of Tomorrow, which is a good guild. And they're one of the bigger guilds in DDO. And the reason why I recommend looking for a guild is, one, it gives you a better chance of, maybe finding people to run with. It's always, running with friends is always nice. Two, it gives you the guild buffs, so you can go to the guild ship and you can get the guild buffs. And one of those buffs is XP increase, percentage increase. And and obviously the next one's going to be, it gives you access, I guess you could say, to a lot of people who've been playing for a while, know the game. And if you have any questions, one thing you'll usually find in DDO is most people are very helpful. And I say most because obviously there's always the rotten apples in the bag. I honestly probably should have done my hireling, but we'll do it without the hireling so I can show you that it can be done. I don't know why I tried to trip the spider. Spiders are almost impossible to trip. Not to say you can't trip them. I have tripped them before. Just like that. They just have they're just a lot harder to trip. And we'll go ahead and just do this again real quick. Just that tiny bit of XP. Oh. He must have hit it. All right. I was hoping to really get that spawn this time so I can show you. Go ahead and free them. Free them. Jump over here. Go ahead and free them. Free. And get out of here. You're free. And go ahead and run through here. Get your collectibles. And we'll go ahead and jump. Jump, jump, jump. Wow, we've been taking no damage on this run through. I'm actually surprised at this difficulty. So what do we get? Really anything useful? No. Go ahead and loot it all anyway. We'll go ahead and sell it. We're going to go ahead and float on down here. And then, like I said, kind of run around the corner here. Let that trap pop, and then you can run between them. I tripped that one right as he died. I'm going to go ahead and open that door. We're going to come up here and check first. It's kind of always best to check up here first anyway, especially if you're doing the optional. That way you don't have to run back if you want to do the optional. And maybe this was one of the ones they changed, because I'm surprised that she didn't spawn here. I do know a while ago they did actually kind of change a lot. See, we even got a little bit more XP. We got 62 at a time. They did change a lot of the beginner quests around just a little bit. They kind of tweaked them. So that could have been one of the changes they made. Or she doesn't spawn up there anymore. Because sometimes it was a pain in the butt where you'd come down here, kill him, and she's not down here. So then you got to run all the way back up that way. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that could be definitely a good change if you're doing speedrunning. But at the same time, I think it kind of kills the variety a little bit. But that's just me. But we are done. So as you can see, Vanguard, Elite, no hireling, did just fine. And we're going to go ahead and recall all the way back out, and then we will end this episode. Went a little longer than I expected because of the couple of issues we ran into, but that is what, like I said, that's why I like doing these unfiltered, unedited, uncut versions. Go buy the DVD now. No, I'm just kidding. Because if we run into issues like that, I want to kind of show you guys, I wouldn't say not to freak out, but don't stress it too much because it's very easy to overcome. They're not a big deal. And so just kind of, and then also to show you that we all make them. We all make those mistakes. And especially that one with what's her face not spawning. We had to run back, clear out some enemies because for whatever reason they didn't spawn our first run through. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at my video. Maybe the whole dungeon just kind of bugged out a little bit. But anyway, I appreciate everybody joining me. I hope to see you again. And next episode, we do have a couple points I can put in to our skills. I've got one action point. And next episode, at the beginning of the episode, I'll go through and we'll select where to put that. And then we will continue on our Korthos Island adventure. So you'll have a great, amazing day, and I hope to see you around.